Hi. Sorry I'm a little bit late. It's been a bit of a hectic day today, but welcome to Yoga Lounge. I will post the suggested playlist after the class. I'm using a regular mix that was made by someone else with, it was produced as a CD back then. It's called Cafe de Luna. So you could probably find it real quickly if you wanted to. Various artists. So the thing that I wanted to talk about is I have good news. I'm going to start up with a mentorship with someone who's done yoga teaching training but wants to get a little bit more comfortable. So I'm going to work simultaneously on some things that I'll be suggesting to her to look at. So the first one we're looking at, and I'm going to give you the information as well so you can play around with this too, is the concept of overcoming limitations. So I suggest that you just sit for a moment and think, what does that mean for you? You can come up with it can be a physical impression, it can be an emotional impression. What does overcoming limitations mean? And I suggest looking at your life and seeing where limitations exist. So the way I look at things is I'm into spirals. Some of you that know me from a long time ago know that I did a series artwork with spirals, and it was very meaningful to me at the time. My theory is that there's no such thing as a circle. So if you start to draw a circle and then you end it, you join it. There's no real joining of that line, because if you add the dimension of time, the two ends don't come together because you've added that dimension of time. So I look at all circles as spirals. So I think that as we go through life, we continue to learn more. We pass through the same areas again, but we pass through on maybe another layer. And it's not better, worse, greater, less than. It's just a different part. It's a different part of that spiral, that ongoing thing. So maybe a person's here, a person's here. So my person I'm working with and I are going to be doing the projects together, really, to come up with what these things mean for us. So overcoming limitations, and in your own life, where are some of those, and where do they root from? So we'll sit with that for a bit. We're not going to come up with all the answers now. Don't expect that. We'll do the best we can. Okay, so let's come into, and I am in a different room today. I didn't have time to set up the normal lounge room, so I had my stuff in here. So limitations, we overcome, we change. We have to be rapid, be able to, adapt quickly in life. I think that ability to adapt is a very good thing. So let's come up to a standing position. We'll play with the up and down of coming from a half fold into an upward standing position, taking the arms out and up. Exhale the hands to the heart. And for a moment, let's just connect. Feel the connection with your feet. Feel the connection of your right hand to your left hand. Connecting to the breath as well. Feel the inhale and the exhale. Feel what changes in your body on the inhale and on the exhale. And notice the quality of standing. What does it take to use your muscle tone to just be very erect? And then let's get a little bit looser as we come down. Let yourself float down and feel a certain amount of looseness in the body. So almost ragdolling yourself. You still have to have a lot of stability in the legs. So certainly you can't go noodle-like with your legs or you'll fall over. But you can feel a little bit of less of a strict position in your upper body. So just enjoy that for a moment. And then we'll bring our hips back. So keep your knees over the ankles, bring your hips back in partial seat, and we'll sweep the arms in front of you. And breathe. It might make it easier if you place your rib cage right on your thighs here for just another breath. Inhale, exhale. Let's bring the fingers down, lift the hips. Exhale again. And inhale, we'll rise back up. Palms touch, exhale, hands together in front of the heart. Okay, chair pose, bending the knees. Now this time we'll have the body a little bit more erect as we lift up. So we still have those hips sunk back like that, but we're also lifting the upper body and sending the arms up. So there's those two movements, two different things happening at once in the body. And then we inhale, lift up, and exhale. Let's ragdoll again. So let the upper body go limp. Hold yourself erect, using the strong legs, upper body limp. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, folding again. Inhale, rising up, standing. Palms touch, exhale, hands to the center, hands to the heart. Once again, connecting to your feet in your standing position. You can do this, rock back and forth a little bit. Rock back and forth just to find that place where you're really stationary. Then settle down, hands are together, take a nice breath here. Okay, inhale, arms overhead, looking up if you choose. Exhaling, folding. Let's lengthen and look halfway. Exhale, slide your left foot back. We're going to take your ball of the foot to the floor, keep the knee lifted. Inhale, exhale, place the left hand down. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, place the right hand down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, place the left hand down. Inhale, look forward and step both feet at the front of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming back to standing, and palms touch. Exhale, hands together. And again, inhaling, exhaling, folding. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step back with your right foot, ball of the foot connection. Inhale. Exhale, taking your right hand down. Inhale, open up to a twist, lift the left arm. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, look forward and step forward. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Back to the beginning. Okay, so I wonder, why do we have drishtis in yoga? Why do we tell where to look? We're directing the gaze. Look forward and step forward. So it's interesting. Some of the drishtis obviously are more esoteric than others. Other times we're using that concept of directing the energy or the forward looking, so we're stepping forward. Right? So looking forward and stepping forward. Inhale, looking up and stepping back. So it's very interesting if you start to just start to explore the direction of gaze in your practice. Inhale and come back to standing. And exhale. The concept of where you're looking as opposed to just being anywhere. So think of it as compared to a normal workout class in a normal setting where you really don't care where you're looking. You know, and you're getting a good workout, of course. But then think of the difference when you're looking, inhaling, extending, look forward, and it turns it into yoga. So it becomes yoga, right? Inhale, looking up. Fold, exhale. Look up, inhale. Exhale, step back with your left foot. Ball of the foot connection. This time we'll rise up, inhale. And again, looking up. Exhale, hands down. Let's walk forward. Inhale the back leg. Exhale, fold. You're looking right up at your shin. Walk your hands in to line up with your foot. Inhale and lift your head. Exhale, let the head dip down, looking at the shin. Inhale, lift your head and look forward. Exhale, looking in at the shin. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, step your foot back to the ball of the foot connection here. Rise up strong. Inhale. And exhale. Hands down. We're looking down at your foot, looking down at your hands. Let's step back. Downward dog. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Inhale and rock forward. You're looking straight down at your mat, neutral neck. Exhale, let's lower to the knees, chest, and chin. Move through, make a nice Ashtangasana here. So really let yourself stay in that pose for a moment with your 8 points connection. Breathe, inhale, and exhale, slide your heart forward. Keep your hands where they are, push your heart forward. Inhale, lifting up a little cobra. Exhale, let's push back. Take child's pose for a moment. Press back, child's pose. Head down, forehead connect. Inhaling to all fours position now. Looking straight down. You can widen out so your knees are right underneath your hips. Inhale, right arm lifting. Exhale, draw it underneath the bridge. Now you're going to lay down your ear and look under that arm. So you might make a rounder arm. You could come onto your fingertips. Look under the arm, look across the room. See what's happening in the corner there. Maybe there's a cobweb you want to get later. You know, something like that. Let's bring the hand down. Inhale and open. Exhale the hand down. Okay, let's take the other arm. Inhale. Exhale, bring it underneath. Open that arm, make it rounder. Look up under the arm. Look to the corner, upper corner if you can. So you're lying on your ear or the back of your head, stretching your shoulder. And exhale, hand down, reach across and open. Okay, exhale, the hands come down to the ground, and let's press it back into downward facing dog. Press it back. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Press, inhale. Exhale, lower to your knees, drop down to your elbows. Open the palms up, thumbs are out. We're going to try dolphin with facing palms up. Press into your back heels a little bit, push, and lift the sitting bones. Try that pushing first and then lifting. It gets you into the back of your legs a little bit more. Now, where are you gazing? If you're gazing inward toward your navel, your crown is grazing along the mat. You can feel your hair, or maybe even the top of your head almost touching the mat. And let's exhale, bring knees down. Okay, press back into child's pose for a moment. Lengthen by stretching the fingers forward and lengthen a little bit more in the back. Exhale. Okay, let's come back up to downward dog and then we'll walk forward. So walking forward, bend your knees and look to the front. So look beyond your mat. You're going to look past where you're actually going to go. So that's a good theory. Let's look beyond where we're actually going. And then step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Fold on your exhale. Rise up, inhale. And exhale, the hands come to the heart. Stand there for a moment. Samasthiti. Just see what's going on here for a moment. Okay, let's do the other side. Sorry, I was blocking my clock. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Lengthening, looking up. Take your right foot back. Step it back. We have the high lunge position. Strong in the leg. We lift up, we look up. So these positions where you're standing in a somewhat awkward type of one-legged balance type situation and you're looking up is a little interesting and challenging. It makes you feel, just think about what we talked about earlier, limitations. So this is like, oh, this kind of frees me a little bit. You know, I can stand, I can balance, I'm on the ball of my foot, I'm balancing, I'm looking up. It's a little freeing in the energy. Okay, we exhale. I think we came down next and walk forward. Lift the back leg. Exhale, you drop the head down, we're looking towards the shin. Move the hands in towards, line up with your foot. Inhale, and we lift the head, look forward, exhale, drop the head, look at the shin. One more time. We inhale, lifting the body, looking forward, exhale, head, looking at the shin. Inhale, lift and look forward. Exhale, stepping the foot back. We have ball of the foot connection here. Rise up strong. Standing strong. Again, we look up. Feel the balance of that pose. You feel powerful and competent, accomplished. Exhale, hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. And we're doing the proper gaze inward towards navel. The crown is dropping down. We take a breath. On the inhale, let's let ourselves rock forward into plank. And on the exhale, we take the knees, chest, and chin. Proper Ashtangasana. So stay for a moment in that awkward position. Take a breath. And exhale, press your whole body forward. Inhale, a little cobra. Exhaling, press back. Let's do child's pose. Good, we'll vary it this time. Inhale, come back up to downward dog. And we'll lift the left leg in the air, bend the knee and look underneath the arm. So a little different than we did last time, but we're still looking up, maybe looking at that cobweb again. Can you imagine who talks about drishti and cobwebs in the same sentence? Just craziness. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, let's bring the foot down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, bend the knee, look up underneath, find the corner, and exhale. Let's bring it down. Okay, good. Why don't we come back to child's pose and take a rest here for a moment. We're getting towards the end, so we have about 10 more minutes left. So take a nice child's pose, regain your sense of equilibrium. Close your eyes. Sometimes when you close your eyes, you have that lingering sight. So whatever you were looking at, you know, you have, especially if it was a lot of light and darks, and you can still see that for a long length of time. Sometimes it's enjoyable to just try to see how long can you see that? How long can you see those shapes? And when do they fade? Let's press back up to kneeling position. Kneeling, and you can tuck those toes under, like the ball of the foot again. Get those toes well under you. We'll lift the hands to shoulder height and then take them up. Follow. Do it nice and slow. So we're going to start out slow. I'm going to slow it down even more. Looking at your fingertips. Keep your eyes glued to the fingertips. Don't let them jump ahead. Very challenging to want to go faster, and we move our vision before we move our body sometimes. So let's see if we can keep the vision glued to the body movement. So as you lift the arms, the sight is following it. It's staying right with it. It's not jumping ahead or below. And once we're there, let's hold and gaze at the fingertips. And now the challenge is going to be gaze all the way down. Gaze with it until you get your hands back to shoulder height. Don't lose it. Don't jump ahead and don't lag behind. Stay right with the program. That's the challenge. When we get to that shoulder height, okay, let's bring the feet back and sink back to our hips on top of our heels. Let the hands come to prayer. Bring them in, gazing the entire time at the same fingertips. Don't lose your fingertips until the hands come down below your vision. And you can gaze downward now at the tops of your fingers. So you're still attempting to see. The angle has changed. Interesting. So you're still looking at the same object, but the angle has changed and now it looks completely different. So that gives us a clue, right? The angle has changed. It looks completely different. So maybe we can apply that to our lives. Let's do this one more time. We'll come up to the kneeling position. Lace the fingers together. Take them in front of you. Follow the entire time. Don't take your eyes off of it. Look as you stretch the hands out. Stretch the fingers forward. Once they're there, continue following. Don't jump ahead. Don't fall behind. Look at it really. Follow, follow, follow. Tempting to look ahead. Tempting to see where we're going. Tempting to try to get a bead on things and see, can I do this? How far can I go here? No, just try to keep going. Use the body. Trust in the body. Lift and look up, and then we come back down. Lower, lower, lower. Follow, follow, follow. Don't jump ahead. Don't fall behind. When you reach that point where your hands are directly in front of your shoulders, have a seat. Stay with even as you're moving backwards in space, stay gazing at the same fingertips. Then they start to come in towards you. Now the angle is going to shift. You continue looking at the same fingertips, even though the whole view starts to look very different. But you're not fooled by that. You know that it's the same fingers and it looks different. Okay. So, one person told me once, if you don't like what you're seeing, change the picture. It's as simple as that. If this view doesn't look appropriate, view it from a different angle. And just view it from a different angle and you'll see it looks completely different. Okay, so let's come to a nice forward fold of your choice. So you can do any forward fold from a wide angle. Try to feel which one your body feels like it wants to do today, or which one would be right for you to do. Maybe there's an expression in the pose that's correct for your body, or for the emotional component that you might have been looking at. And wherever you are, we're doing a forward bend for about 5 more breaths. Let's come up on the inhale. Okay, next is going to be any twist of your choice. So here's a couple options. You can do a supine twist, lying on your back and twisting. You can do a seated twist if you like. Okay, any seated twist of your choice. You can do a twist that involves coming face down with your knee under you, and a turn or a twist. So whatever twist you like, let's take that for, again, both sides. With the twist, you need to do 2 sides. So give yourself about 5 breaths for each one, each side. And after you're complete, find your comfortable resting pose. Bringing yourself to your back, adjusting side to side. Let go of any need to look a particular direction. Closing your eyes, relaxing the entire mind, relaxing the face, the shoulders, the upper back. Let your body melt into the ground, become one. Feeling the energy course through your body. First, before you move, feeling the breath, noticing the breath moving through the body as you come out of the relaxing state and begin to add your movement. Come from the place of the energy moving through your body and then open to movement. Taking the arms overhead with a big inhale. And with the exhale, drawing the knees in, moving side to side, rocking. Coming to one side or the other. And slowly return to your sitting position. I wish I could see everybody in their sitting position, so I'm imagining everyone sitting there. So, thank you so much for joining. I hope you can explore that concept a little bit more for yourself, as Shannon and I will be doing on our time. So, overcoming limitations, what does it mean to you? Work on that a little bit. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a good evening.